What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we are back again for another episode review of American Horror Story Apocalypse, bitch. This is episode bitch 2, okay? What is this called? The Morning After, season 8. Let me just first put out there, I don't know what the fuck was going on last week, okay, but y'all was coming to see this video, the review, and I just want to say thank y'all, because shit, I don't think I never got that many views on American Horror Story like that, but we in it, we live, and we finna do it again, bitch, okay? This episode, everybody was like, oh my God, I seen some people on Twitter like, where the fuck is Murder House? I thought this was supposed to be Murder House and Coven. I feel like Coven is coming next week. Okay, The Witch is coming next week. How the fuck they survived the radiation? Bitch, they witches. Okay, fuck it. Balenciaga. I love that part on the Coven. That's like my favorite part. But anyway, this episode is Murder House. Okay, it very much was Murder House because we had Leatherface, Latex Man. He was all up in there, bitch. This was a good episode because that ending had me shook to the motherfucker. I'm sitting here like, what the fuck? But anyway, let's just get into this episode. We started off with Emily. She's in her closet, in her room, putting her stuff together. She closed the closet door. She got her back turned. All of a sudden, that closet door pops the fuck open. And she was like, oh my God, who did that? So she walked and creep to it. I said, girl, no. Something pop open in a fucking house that looks like a haunted house that we play around in Halloween, and something can just pop out. We don't go creeping to go see what it is. No, baby. We just go creep and run out the door. Okay? But no, let's go up into the closet. Let's open it up a little bit wider. Let's move some stuff back and pop right in your face a goddamn snake. I said, now hold the fuck up. Now, if everything else is radiated all up and through this shit, how the fuck did the snakes get up in here? Okay? Now, it was just one. When we saw it on commercial break, it came back. It was a whole bunch of them motherfuckers up in the room. I said, excuse me? What is going on? What in Adam and Eve is going on? Okay, I'm just not getting this. The devil then came down in the form of a snake again. Oh, shit. What is happening? Okay? So, you got Kathy Bates, me come up in there with the giant girl, and they looking at the snakes and stuff. She was like, now the snakes must have went underground when the radiation hit and got into the pipes and the sewage and all that stuff. And so that's how they came up and all that shit. She cut them open. She was like, this gonna be some good proteins. And they was like, wait a minute, did they get the radiation? No, they didn't. Obviously, look at them. And I was like, so y'all finna eat this. First, y'all ate stew. Now y'all finna eat snake stew. I said, girl, at this point in time, you gotta do what you gotta do, but I wouldn't trust shit in this place. But again, you gotta do what you gotta do. Now they sitting down there at the table and whatnot, and they're about to eat the soup. And at this point, Emily is like, girl, Miss Bernabo, I know you said don't question you, but I need to ask you a goddamn question. Who the fuck was up in the house, okay? Because somebody else is in here. Who in your office, who in your room, who you got hidden, okay? Because somebody's here. What are you talking about? Before all this other stuff went down, there was a breach, red light district all up in this piece. What happened? She was like, girl, in due time, you'll find out. Eat your food, okay? I said, no, bitch, you gonna tell me now. She said, no, bitch, you gonna eat your motherfucking food. So they open up the pot of stew, okay? And when we look at it, we see that it's the snakes cut up. We literally see them all cut up and everything. And of course, once again, you got Miss Evie. She's sitting there like, because they was like, oh my God, how can you eat snake stew? How can you eat all this? And this is just nasty. Because Coco talked about she don't eat stuff that has 4 legs. And, there used to be this and that. And then here go Andre, but you would eat something that had 2 legs. Oh, shut up, Andre. We didn't eat your little boyfriend or whatever, but yes, you did. Here come Evie talk about back in my day when I went to this other country, whatever, we had snake stew, and it was very delicious and very, the way that they made it was just awesome. I said, she's gonna keep it up, okay? Miss Evie is in here trying to keep her place, all right? So she is not gonna backtalk anybody. She's about to agree with each and everything that's going on, okay? So they get ready to eat their food, they had the lid over it. Now, when they poured the lid off, why did snakes come out? whole ass snakes came out. Now, when it went in and we saw it was a whole bunch of snakes pieces chopped up. All these snakes then came out, like the whole snake. I said, what in the Houdini is going on? Okay, everybody just looking confused and shit. Like, who is doing this? Who is doing this? So at this point in time, you got, you know, you got an uprising about to happen in the front, okay? Because Miss Emily and Timothy, they like, look, bitch, we got to figure out what's going on because something ain't right up in here. We got to know what's going on. I'm about ready to take my chances to go outside by ourselves. Okay, why don't we just go ahead and steal one of those little hazmat suits that they got, okay, and let us just go outside and do what we got to do, take some food or whatever. I said, first of all, y'all barely got food up in there, so what are you talking about? So y'all eating cubes, okay? Y'all eating half of cubes once a day, all right? And I was like, girl, that ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. So at this point in time, they all up in the library or whatever, and then they trying to figure out who is this person that is in the house, if he's still in the house, he or she, who this thing is. And next thing you know, you got Miss Venable. She's standing in front of everybody, and then here comes Michael. Michael and his hair. Let me just tell y'all this. Don't judge me. Michael is a villain, okay? We already know that. He's the Antichrist, Murder House. If you've seen it, you know it, okay? If you haven't seen Murder House and we received the little latex dude, he comes from Murder House, all right? He was fucking everybody, okay? And he was just fucking people shit up. He like revealing the truth to people, to me, if you think about it. Because later on in the episode, we saw latex dude with Gallion, okay, that's Evan Peters character, and then we see him up on the ceiling with Evan, not Evan, but Emily and what's his name, Timothy. Okay, they had went into, I think it was supposed to be Langdon's room, Michael's room, and they synced the computer. Mind you, girl told them that there is no technology up in this piece, okay, and he's sending out emails and stuff saying basically that Venable up here, doing her own rules and stuff, and the stuff talking about some no sex, that's not the rules, and she's giving out punishment, she's playing with these people and all this stuff, and so they was pissed off, and they was like, you know what, we should do whatever the fuck it is that we want to do, okay, we should have been doing what we needed to do in the first place, because she was like, you know what, I can't deal with this kiss a week shit. We just gotta go ahead and do what we gotta do, okay? Timothy said, well, let's fuck. And she was like, wait a minute, no, we can't do that. What about the rules? Fuck the rules, because the rules ain't real, bitch, okay? You want this dick or not? And she was like, I mean, you have been teasing for the past 18 plus months, so I guess let's do what we gotta do. So they finna do what they gotta do. And we don't see them until the end of the episode. At this point in time, we gonna go back a little bit. When they did all that, it was just like, and I said, when I say like latex man is up there just revealing people's desires to them and putting it out there, kind of making it come true, because that was what Timothy and Emily wanted. They wanted to find out the truth of what was going on in this place, and they found out partially some of it. Just so happened to see this laptop that's sitting up, and it's not just it's an Apple MacBook, okay, just sitting up, fully charged up on the papers and all this stuff, the emails, the exact emails and everything that they really needed. They didn't even have to go search. It was right there in their face, okay? And so dude was right there on the ceiling, and they didn't realize that. But Michael Langdon, okay, Mr. Antichrist himself. I don't know what the fuck this says about me, but something about him, I was like, baby, I will fuck the shit out of you. No, I think it's the hair. And I think it's just I don't know what the fuck it is. I really don't. I can't even say it. Don't judge me. Don't judge me, because every time he popped up, I'm sorry, y'all. Let me put this on mute. Vibrate. Every time he popped up, I was sitting here like, now, should I be like concerned about him, or I shouldn't be getting turned on a little bit by the shit that he's doing and saying? Like, he's just like, his don't give a fuck attitude is just like, it was intriguing. There go the word, y'all. It was intriguing. I was sitting here like, oh, I shouldn't feel this way, but then again, give me more, okay? Like, you're really doing something. I just don't understand what. So basically, he's standing there and he's saying who he is from the cooperative, and he's representing this and representing that, and then talking about how, because they're in the library and he's talking to everybody, and he's saying how he's sent there to see who can come and be in their, sanctuary post that's, built and has enough food and stuff for the next decade or whatever. And they're going to be the ones who's going to be basically in charge of repopulating the earth practically, and all this. And they were just trying to, he's going to go through a series of tests, and there's no specific test that it is, there's no specific order or whatever you want to do. It's just a test that's going to happen. So therefore, we're going to see who's going to survive, who's going to pick it. And if you don't get picked, you can take these pills right here. And, when the people come, or whoever come to want to play cannibal on your body, you can just go ahead and swallow this pill. And, in a minute or two, you will be gone to sleep and you'll never wake up. I said, so you want me to assist in killing myself? Assisted suicide? What is this? I said, I'll take my chances, but okay, I would be like, you should have left my ass back there in the apocalyptic area, okay? I don't have time to go through these cat and mouse games, okay? I know they all feel like, God damn, we had better chances if we would have stayed where we was at, okay? Fuck all this. Coco ass is like, fuck this shit. I done spent all this goddamn money to be in here to have a seat, and you got me up in here doing all this stuff. I don't have time for this. Of course, Galleon was the first one to, volunteer to go through the test and shit like that. But did you hear what he said? The other outpost in, I think, Virginia, New York, and some other place has been overran. And then he said the other 6 outposts that's international, they have been overran too. And I'm sitting here like, they was like, what happened? He said, a massacre. And I'm sitting here like, so what the fuck overran them? Who overran them? Who or what? So you mean to tell me it's humans out here mutating? Because, what was that show? Oh my God, what was that show that came on Fox for like 2 seasons or whatever? And something happened. They had this big old fence up, and these animals that was out there that literally were human first, and then they turned into some other creatures. What was that show? I can't remember what it was, but I'm pretty sure somebody knows who it is. And that's why I'm thinking like this finna happen. I said, So is that what's going on? People mutating with the radiation and stuff like that. They're not really dying, but I just, it was just a lot. And so we get Galliant. He's sitting there talking to Michael. Michael was just giving off this air like, come with the bullshit or don't come at all, okay? Like, what's up? What you got? He said, tell me the truth. Because first of all, I already know the truth. So you just might as well just go ahead and tell it. So he asked him all about this stuff. Are you gay? He was like, yeah, I'm gay as hell. Okay, but I did fuck a bitch in high school. I came, I finished, she came, she finished. Well, I think she did because, it's so much easier to tell with a man than a woman. But, if you need me to fuck another woman or whatever, we can do that if it's to procreate the earth and all that stuff. I can get it up for that. You know what I'm saying? He was like, first of all, that's cute. But we have all that together. We got genetic means and shit like that. The only thing that we need to learn how to do is have a woman to carry the fetus and stuff like that. But we don't need your sperm and nothing like that to procreate anything. Okay? Thank you. All right. So what I need to know from you is, tell me your biggest desires. Tell me all the stuff that you really hate. Who do you hate for real? And it was like, what about your grandmother? And it was like, what about my grandma? Tell me the truth. Okay, I hate that bitch. There you go. I hate that bitch because you want to know why? She did some shit to me like... She want me to be that upstanding gay, this typical gay that, has married and has these and that and the Yorkies and all this stuff. And I'm just not that type of gay, okay? And then, one incident where she used to have like this gay bachelor shit going on. These 3 guys come over and they just sucking up to her because they want to get her money once she died and all that stuff, not knowing that she already gave her money to the charities for these damn cats or whatever. And she want me to fit this certain mold, and it's just not me. And she told me I discussed her and all this stuff. And they go show this little flashback scene when he came in there with his leather and then put that song, relax, don't do it. I said, bitch, get out of here with the Zoolander shit. And put that gas mask on and suck that soup up with that. I said, okay, we doing it. And we saw her true colors come out. And so at this point in time, they're trying to build um, the fact that there is tension between the grandmother and the grandson. And I was like, well, if you harbored this much hate and animosity towards her, why did you offer and bring her along to save her? Obviously, there is some love still there. Okay, he just don't like some of the stuff that she's done to him. And at this point in time, he's talking and Michael is just, feeding into it with him, making him feel real comfortable to the point that Galleon was like, so are you gay? Because, baby, I'm getting like this vibe. And he was like, you want me to? It was like, what you want me to do about it? If you don't want me to do this. I said, wait a minute, what are y'all doing? They was kind of like vibing. I said, I felt that shit. That chemistry kind of came out kind of hard. Hard. You know what I'm saying? So next thing we see Galleon in bed, and he's having these visions as he's trying to jack off. He's feeling on his nipples, and he got his hand in his pants trying to jack, trying to get that thing hard, and then he's flashing between him in his actual room, and it looked like landing on a circle with a star in the middle covered in blood. I said, bitch, 666. Get the fuck on, okay? I ain't got time. All right. And somebody knocked on the door, and he was like, oh shit, come in. And it's Latex Man. He thinks that it is Langdon, okay? And they proceeds to have sex. All of a sudden, we see Evie walking through the hallway, and she's hearing all this moaning and stuff. And then she goes to her grandson's door, and she looks in, and she sees him bent over getting it. He's taking a pipe for real. And so at this point, she go down there and tell Kathy Bates thing that she snitched. She snitched on him. Okay? She was trying to beat behind a bush, but then Kathy was like, so what your grandson up there doing? Fuck you. So they then took him and put him in this the place where they had to scrub him at for the radiation. They done put him in there, had him up on change, and you got Venable down there talking to him about what he doing and how it's disgusting, it's the end of the world, and what you could think about is procreating. I think that's what she told copulating or whatever. I think that's what she told Timothy and Emily when they got caught. I said, girl, get over it. When disaster happens, okay, the only thing that people do for sure all the time is have sex, and we seen that, and we seen that all the time. It could be the end of the world. We're going to find a way to throw some sex up in there, okay? Like when people was poor as hell back in the Depression and back in the, other times, and they ain't had nothing else to do but to copulate and to have sex. And, they had to release some stress somehow, okay? But, because shit still went on. The population still went on. But anyway, fuck all that. So, they got him chained up. And each time they whip him, they literally whipping him like he a fucking slave. I was like, oh, what are you trying to get at here, okay? I don't feel right about this whip and these slave, these fucking whips on his back and shit. Every time he hit, he screamed out he said he gonna scream out a gay icon's name from the 70s and 80s that was radical and all that stuff. Oh, this, oh, that. And it was like, do you want one more? Should we do it again? Then Venable was like, nah, because he getting off on it because she looked down at him. And I was like, yeah, he getting off on it. And next thing you know, Michael come up in there, and basically he thinking that he being all big and bad, talking about something, I wouldn't rat you out, that you was the one that came into my room and did all this with me and whatever. And he was like, no, boo, I didn't do that. He was like, come on, you and your little latex or whatever, that was cute. And he was like, let me make myself extremely clear, and got up close to him and said, I will not fuck you, even if you was the last man on earth, which you almost are. Okay? And it's not because you're not physically attractive. It's because you're desperate as fuck. Okay? You're so desperate for this and desperate for that. Even your own grandmama hates your ass. Okay? Your grandmama is the one that turned your ass in. Alright? And it was like, no, she wouldn't do no shit like that. It was like, yes, she did. Okay? Why don't you go ahead and go in there and you talk to her yourself? So he go up in the study and he confronts her, and grandma proceeds to read him down, okay? He basically told her, all I wanted you to do was to love me and have love for me and be cool with who I am. How come you couldn't do that? She said, because, baby, it's not in my nature, okay? I'm the one that took you in when your grandfather didn't even give a shit about you because of your sexual orientation. But you ain't do shit. You talking about something, I should be gone or whatever. But see, they need to keep me here. They need to keep me here for the simple fact that I done lived 50 lifetimes already, more than you have, okay? You done washed your life down the drain how many times? You done went through rehab how many times? Okay? You done had multiple fucking salons that you done either snorted up or you coked out and all this shit. You done went bankrupt and all this. I said, mama was reading her grandson down like he was a stranger. I said Joan Collins was up here reading down like she was still on the set of Dynasty, talking to fucking so, but what's her name? What's her name? Carol, bitch. What is it? Diane Carroll, okay? I'm sitting here like, goddamn, that's your grandson, lady. And she was like, I don't give a fuck. Okay, I'm tired of this shit. And it's been it's situations like this that brings up all the issues from the past, okay? And she just let that shit all the fuck out. I said, well, good goddamn, ain't no love between them right now. And so at this point, we see a scene with Venable talking to Michael. He's sitting there talking to her. Everybody got to go through these tests and stuff like that. And so basically he calling her out about her, putting out her own rules and this thing about the no sex. And she's basically saying it's you men who's doing this and doing that. And he has the way of getting into people and breaking them down. First of all, he had Venable shook the whole time that he's been there. His presence has her shook, okay? And so him talking to her and her trying to stand up to him, it just was not working because he found something to get inside her to break her ass. At first, did you see when he sat down in that chair and started relaying that story about the mother with the 2 kids that he seen with the tumors on her body, and then he realized that the baby that she was holding was a dead baby, and she was just begging for them to kill her and take the babies, kill the kid and all that stuff. And it was like, did you do it? No. Mind you, he said the shit with a straight face, but he had tears coming out his face. I said, what type of psychopath is this, okay? You're crying with a straight face, with no emotion, all right? Trying to make a point about how no. I said, sir, the fuck is going on? And then at one point, he got real close. Did you see when they was talking about when she started trying to say the stuff about the man shit or whatever, and he put his hand over his dick and she looked down? I said, girl, stop it. You just gave him an end, okay? And then he started talking about so what's your pain? What's your greatest pain? And gonna tell her, why don't you undress? And she was like, excuse the fuck out of me. No. What you think this is? No. Let's see what caused you pain. And then he unzipped that back, and it's like a hump or something that was going on, a deformity on her back. And he was like, does it hurt? She said, no. He said, but does it cause you pain? Meaning like emotional pain that you can't get over it and all that stuff. She is sitting there crying, girl. He got and broke her. Next thing you know, they face to face like this. I'm thinking they finna fuck. And he was like, no, girl, we ain't finna do this shit. Because next thing you know, me done brought her ass in there and said we need some, you to come down there because they didn't call Timothy and Emily in the bed together. And so they about to get them, and that's when she was talking about them copulating and all that stuff, and take them to the room and take care of them and punish them. And they go to the same room where everything was happening with the contamination, where they was decontaminating them and all that shit. And at this point, I'm going to pause right there. They get them in there, and then we go back to another scene where we see that Galleon is back in the library, right? He back up in the library. He by himself. This song in the morning after keep on coming on. And at this point, remember that I skipped the part 2 because Venable, she has an issue with everybody that's there. Because when Michael was going saying, tell me about everybody here, She was like, I don't know shit about the Diane chick, which is Beverly from the other season, the black lady. You know, she's still a mystery to me. Evie just won't die. That old bitch won't die. Okay, Coco, she's a product of incest. I said, wait a minute, what? Mommy and daddy is really uncle and mommy? You know, or daddy and sis, auntie? What the fuck is going on? Okay, and then it was like, Gallion is weak and disgusting, a cowardly gay. That's what he called her. But she never said nothing about Evie and Timothy. Okay, I'm Emily and Timothy. But going back to Gallion being up in that room by himself, all of a sudden he started hallucinating again, and he sees Latex Man. Latex Man come in there. He tries to take his mask off, and you know had him lay down on the the couch or whatever, and he's on top, and he reach over and he gets some scissors, and he was like, oh, so you wouldn't fuck me if I was the last person on earth, because he still thinks that it's Michael. And he starts stabbing the person, stabbing him, and I was like, oh shit, you didn't got Latex Man, but that's the entity, so no, you can't get him, you can't kill no ghost. What's going on? Bitch, next thing you know, the door opens. He's in somebody's room doing this shit because Mike was behind that door looking like, what the fuck? Gallion turned around looking at Michael like, wait a minute, bitch, I thought you really was Latex Man, so you weren't lying. Well, who the fuck am I stabbing then? Look down, he done killed his goddamn grandma. I said, god damn, she only lasted 2 episodes? Fuck, okay? She was reading down and he couldn't take it. Bitch, his desire was that he wanted to kill that bitch. That's what it was, and that's what he got. And so at the end of the episode, we see Timothy and Emily in the contamination room with me and the other tall lady, and they was about to, you know, take care of them. And so when they was finna get taken care of with the other people, you had, you know, they was about to shoot them. And so at this point, they got him down on their knees, and Timothy turned around and knocked one of the dudes out that had the gun, and took the gun from him and shot him, and then wound up shooting me too. Okay, and then tall girl came over there and just went like this. Bam, on his head, and he didn't fell the fuck out. I said, oh shit, what's finna happen to him? You finna kill him too? Bitch, me then ran out the thing, and she was like, oh my god, oh my god. She lifts her shirt up to see what she got shot at, and I said, what in the vanilla pudding is going on? Because that wasn't blood. I said, is that pus? Are you real? And it looked like it was a plastic tube that was down there too. And she was like, oh my god, looking at it like this. I said, what just happened here? What the fuck just happened here? Shit got really real at the end of this episode, okay? But y'all tell me how y'all felt about this episode. If I missed anything, put it down in the comments. And once again, I thank everybody who tuned in last week. Y'all really made my heart proud. And let's light the comments up tonight, okay? And I'll see y'all later. Peace.